Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Takata with HNL Movement. Let's talk about ankle tightness and stiffness today. So the first thing is if your ankle is really stuck or you have a lot of pain, I would recommend getting assessed by either an athletic trainer, PT, chiropractor, someone just to assess your ankle. Make sure that there's not anything structurally wrong with it. But if you've been trying to work on improving your ankle mobility, these are some things that I do with my clients that will probably help you a great deal or a great amount. So the first thing with ankles is that a lot of times we get most restricted. I mean, you can get restricted in all planes, but typically we lose dorsiflexion, which is the ability to bring our toe towards our shin. And we lose eversion, which is typically how well we can rotate the outside of our ankle or our heel up and turn this way. So what we want to do, simple ankle mobility drill, is to just combine those two motions by simply pushing our knee forward and trying to push our knee out away from us and keeping the inside of your heel on the ground and the whole heel on the ground as well. So for me, my ankles are pretty mobile, but for some, it might be, you might feel like a stretch here or some restriction here. Just hold at end range, couple breaths, and then come back out. And doing this either as a repetitious type of stretch or as a long hold, that will get you to move into the range that you feel that tightness in. So this is one of the simple ankle mobility drills that you can do, is to force your ankle into dorsiflexion and eversion. Okay, and you're gonna do that typically around 10 reps or so. You'll start to feel like things are moving a little better. If you're doing a hold, maybe around a couple of sets of 30 seconds or so, I usually like to count breaths so that you're focusing on breathing through your nose and relaxing. And you can do maybe a couple sets of 30 to 45 seconds or so, and you'll probably feel like you're getting a little bit more mobility in the ankle. So that's the first thing, just basic ankle mobility. Second thing is just doing some calf stretches. So if you have a slant board, that works great. If not, you can use a post, the wall, something to get your toe above your heel, and you are going to keep your knee straight and lean forward. Now we're gonna get more of our actual muscles, our calf, and you wanna keep your knee straight so that you get more of your gastroc to stretch there, but just try to breathe and relax into the stretch. So again, with a calf stretch, focus on breathing, trying to relax as much as you can, perceiving that there's less tension in your calf. And the second thing is a lot of times we only stretch straight ahead, but your ankle is such a mobile joint, and even your calf, it moves in various ranges of motion or rotation. So we want to add some rotation to this stretch. So what you can do is turn your foot about 45 degrees out. We're gonna get not only a calf stretch now, but we're gonna get some inversion of our ankle. Try to keep the outside of your heel on the ground, and you are just going to lean forward and stretch that calf. Again, just breathe and relax. And then the other direction is toe pointing 45 degrees in. Keep the inside of the heel down, and you're gonna lean forward. What I'm thinking about with these stretches, keeping my knee straight, I should feel a stretch in my calf. It shouldn't be in my knee or my hip or anything. If not, kind of adjust your position. And what I want to do is bring my hip straight ahead so that I get some of that ankle motion again. In this case, getting some of that eversion again to stretch my calf in a different way. So this, I should feel it more on the inside of my calf. Whichever rotation feels tighter, that's the side that you probably want to, or that's the position that you want to spend a little bit more time on in that rotation. So that's your three-dimensional calf stretch. Okay, these were basic mobility drills. A lot of passive movements, you're just holding stretches, trying to relax into it. Now let's talk about the active component. So to improve ankle range of motion and use, one of the things that you should be doing is full range calf raises. So if you can see, I'm standing on this step. You can stand off the edge, hang your feet off. Basically, whenever you're doing calf raises, you should be developing some of the strength at the bottom of the calf raises. So this step right here is allowing me to go below neutral and really work full range calf raises. Now you can mix up speeds, movements, resistances, but make sure that we are trying to work throughout the range of your calf range of motion. Now that's to strengthen the calves. The second part is we want to strengthen the front of your shins, your anterior tibs. So basically doing the opposite, doing toe-ups. And it seems like such a small exercise, but really your shins, they're responsible for everything to dorsiflex, from squatting, we use a lot of the stability in our shins, to running, to everything that involves pulling your toes up. So what we want to do is strengthen these muscles. Basic toe ups, you're just going to lift up. You can do some weight. You can mix it with holds, mix it with different speeds, which is typically what I like to do. But you're going to do something to work your anterior tibs and feel the burn there. Now, if you combine a lot of these passive mobility stuff with the active exercises, that's really going to get you to use some of these muscles that cross your ankle joint, and it's going to really reinforce some of the mobility that you're working on. And the more that you can do it with these simple exercises, the more likely it's going to translate over to other bigger movements. Squatting, jumping, running, sprinting, anything that you have to do. So try out these exercises, focus on how you're doing it, how your ankle's positioned, and making sure that you're really working to improve the range of motion and control that new range of motion. With all of this, it will help you a lot. If you like what you're seeing, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos too. Leave any helpful comments, feedback, anything that I would love to hear from you. But other than that, keep checking back on this YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video.